What does a woman bring to the table? The number one thing that I'm going to mention is character. The right woman that would be able to mother his children, raise his children, be a good wife to him multiple times over. If you want to be able to surround yourself with men of that type of quality, you have to be a certain type of woman in order to be able to access those type of men. Verse 12. He said, this is a servant talking after he posted up at the well. O Lord, the God of my master Abraham, please grant me success today and show loving kindness to my master Abraham. Behold, I am standing by the spring, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water. Now, may it be that the girl to whom I say, please let down your jar so that I may drink, and who answers, drink, and I will water your camels also. May she be the one whom you have appointed for your servant Isaac. And by this I will know that you have shown love and kindness to my master. Now listen, this part right here. Listen. This is the servant praying to the Lord. Catch what he said in his prayer. He was very specific about the type of woman that he wants for Isaac. He wants this woman to not only let him have a drink when he asks, but for her to go a step further without him saying it to her and be like, not only am I going to give you a drink, but I'm going to give your camels a drink too. Now, context, historical context. First of all, drawing water from the well, that's a serious business. It's very physical. You got to be strong to walk around with these water jugs. But for her to be like, yo, I'm going to give you some water. One, it shows that she's respectful. You know, back then, men and women, there was a hierarchy. And these days, you know, a guy says hi to women, they don't even want to say hi back. They're not even friendly, or they got a nasty attitude. Not only is he wants her to be nice and acknowledge him and to offer him a drink after he asks, but to go a step further and offer his camels a drink shows leadership and servanthood. And this is why. Because to water someone's camels takes a lot of effort. Camels, they consume a large amount of water. It takes a lot of effort for someone to be able to do that. And so it would be amazing if he asked her to do that and she did that. But for her to just come out and do it on her own, he is basically asking God for a woman that has character. And this is what I need y'all to understand as women. What does a woman bring to the table? The number one thing that I'm going to mention is character. Character. Because in order for her to be willing to do that, that takes a lot from her. And so the fact that he's asking that shows that he has high standards because he understands the magnitude of the decision that he has to make. This child of promise, Isaac, like I said, he's a big deal. He is what you would call a high value man, but not for the cultural reasons that, you know, these podcasters today would have you believe. It's because he has a purpose that God has placed on his life. And he is preparing himself for that. He worships the Lord and he's walking in obedience to God. And now he needs a helpmeet that can help him carry out that vision. Because in order for him to carry out that vision, he needs a woman to do it. There is no way he can carry out this vision without a woman. He literally has to populate the earth. Can't do it by himself. He's not a seahorse. Hallelujah. And so the right woman that would be able to mother his children, raise his children, be a good wife to him multiple times over for him to populate the earth, she gotta be she got to have some character. She has to be humble. She has to be a servant. She has to be a leader. So he's like, yo, God, I'm being very specific in my prayer, and I'm asking you to grant me success. When you look at like these devotions, these prayer devotions, this is one of those prayers that's always listed, because this is such an amazing prayer, because it is so specific and in line with what God already said he would do for us. And so once again, if you want to be able to surround yourself with men of that type of quality, not just Isaac, but the men that are around him, you have to be a certain type of woman in order to be able to access those type of men. I'm not talking about these people that make 6 figures, 6 feet tall, all of this foolishness. Would it be nice? Yeah, if they had those qualities as well. No, I'm talking about men of purpose that are about God's business, that are not with the foolishness that them Canaanite women got going on. They don't care if you could twerk. They don't care about none of that. They care about, are you able to be in the presence of men like this that are about God's business, that are focused on the purpose? And you, as a woman, can match that energy because you also know your purpose, and you also know your role as a woman, as a helpmeet in the household. Are you that woman? Let's see.